Let me show you how we turn the living room into a recording studio. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy J-HIMMY. I just want to welcome you guys to part 1 of the series of how I built my own DIY home studio. Before we get any further, I just want to give a huge shout out and thanks to my pops and my cousin Ricky for helping me out with this new build. I definitely appreciate it, and I know my clients do too. So as you can see here, we started out with the wooden frame on the window side of the vocal booth. We wanted to start out with the window side because on the door side there is a light switch, and we weren't quite sure whether we wanted to have the light switch on the inside or the outside. As of right now, we put the corner piece on a little closer in because we thought we wanted the light switch on the outside, but later down the road you will find out we had to take that back out and we wanted the light switch inside of the vocal booth. So all right, so as you guys can see here, this is kind of the semi-final product of the window side of the vocal booth. Just kind of what we put together right now, just the 2 sides for the window, and then we got the corner done so we can start putting the door side together as well. All right, so in this clip, you'll kind of see us discuss the light switch situation, whether we should put it on the inside of the booth or the outside of the booth. We ended up wanting it on the inside of the booth, so we had to knock out the piece of wood that we put for the corner last night and put a new piece in that's a little further out, so that way the wood is on the outside of the light switch. So that's what we're doing now. We're installing the new corner piece, screwing it in, making sure it's tight. And then kind of what we do after that is we started to install the second corner piece that's going to be facing the door frame, so that way it's a little more stable and it has its own like stud to screw into, and the sidewalls have their own like stud to screw into. So right now you see my brother and my little nephew come by. They were saying hi, checking out the studio and what we've got done so far. All right, so as you can see here, we started screwing in the window frame. That way we have a general idea if the window is snug enough or if we needed to bring them closer in together. After we kind of got a general idea of how we liked it, we then added the supports to the window frame. That way, you know, in case anybody leans on the side of the wall, inside of the vocal booth, there's just more support in the wall and things don't fall over or break through, you know what I'm saying? So we added those supports and it helped a lot. So once we finished the window, we wanted to get started on the door frame. That way when we bring my door down from the other studio that I had at the time, it would just fit snug in there and we could screw it right into the sides. That's why we wanted to put those extra corner pieces as well. That way it has its own stud to screw into and everything is snug and, you know, very sturdy, just in case anybody wants to lean on the door or whatever may be the case. And now you can see we're putting the supports on the top. That way when we screw the drywall in, we also have more studs to screw into in the center and not just on the sides. And like I said with the window, those supports helped out a lot. So if you're thinking about building a studio yourself, I would definitely recommend those. It's currently 2 in the morning. As you can see, we just finished up pretty much the entire frame of the vocal booth. Got the window in, got the door frame, or not the door frame, but the outside of the door frame in. The clients viewing from the window, they can see their homies over there. They could also see me on the screen over there. Alright guys, so like I just mentioned, it's like 2 in the morning. We finally finished the frame. I think next step is pretty much putting up the drywall and the insulation. That way it's soundproofed. And yeah, we'll probably get started on that tomorrow. Keep watching. Make sure to smash that like button. We out. Well, you read that correctly. As you can see, we forgot to put one stud at the very end of the vocal booth where the 2 walls would be meeting. We definitely need a stud at the very end, so that way when we screw in the drywall, we have something to screw it into so it's sturdy. So Yeah, this is pretty much the end of building the frame of the vocal booth though. This will wrap up part 1 of how to build your own DIY home studio. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for part 2, part 3, and all the next ones. That way you know how to build your own home studio. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.